VoiceOver microphone techniques. Welcome to the VoiceOver Masterclass channel. Please subscribe and get all our regular notifications of new videos. Now, in this video, I'll be showing you the world of VoiceOver microphone techniques and sharing some professional tips and techniques with you. So grab your favorite mic, let's get started, and let's go to the voice booth. Now, in the other booth, there's a Neumann U87, which has three little controls on it, and it affects the polar coordinates. The one in here is a TLM 103, and basically it hasn't got any controls. It's basically a cardioid at the front, which is fine. But just check that your microphone hasn't got those switches. If it has, make sure it's on the little heart shape. In other words, it's only picking up what's in front of you there. Figure of 8 is useful if you want to pick up that side and this side. So you could take that out, put it in another studio, have a podcast sort of chat between one person and another this side, and just use one microphone. That's kind of useful. Not as flexible as two separate microphones, because one person may be louder than the other, but you know what I mean. And omnidirectional is basically when you want to pick up everything all around you. That's the circle graphic. So once the microphone's sorted out, and I don't have to do anything with this one, notice it's in a cradle, and this has the little rubber bands to stop any vibrations or thumping on the floor or whatever making its way through to the microphone. It doesn't make that there. One thing that I don't know who used this booth before, but this is a little bit bent. I have two pop filters in here because sometimes you need to for the certain kinds of poppy scripts, and so this is a grid type and this is a foam one. It doesn't really matter which order they're in. Both of them are acoustically transparent. The only issue is, can you see over to see the screen? So the distance between you, your mouth, and the microphone and the pop filter, well, for most voiceovers where it's narration, it's about where I am now. So 2 inches away from the pop filter and then another 4 or 5 inches from the center of the microphone. But you've got to make sure you are on mic at all times for general narration, because I'm recording using this mic now, not using... Oh, it's gone. I've took it off for it. It's not on that one because that's the only one recording. If I now go and talk to you like this, it sounds very much off mic, doesn't it? Because I'm not talking into the microphone. If I get back, I am now on mic. So that's why ideally you should be wearing your headphones, and that way you'll be able to hear if you go off mic. Now, I wear headphones all the time when I'm doing audiobooks in particular, because the character voices quite often are the other side of the room, so the narrator voice is straight into the microphone like this, and then the other character's the other side of the room. Fancy a cup of tea, John? Or whatever. And so you can use the mic. It's called the proximity effect, and the closer you get to the microphone, the deeper and bassier and more sort of in your face it is. But I can't get too close because of the pop filters. But if I had a kind of a whispery script without too many plosives in it, then I would get rid of at least one pop filter. I may even get rid of 2 of them, you know, for a little whispery script. Then you can get really close and intimate like this. But you got to be very careful you don't pop it. Hear that? That's why we need the pop filter. Puh. See? Pop filters work. So make sure you got a good pop filter there. Doesn't matter which order it's in, but there we go. And sometimes we have 3 actually for certain types of scripts, but it seems to work in here. So the only thing with the position again is to make sure that you can see the screen carefully, and you have one hand on a mouse. I'm right or left-handed. I don't know what hand you are, but I've got the mouse in the left hand in this particular booth. I can work with either, and so can my colleagues here, so that's good, isn't it? And we just move the script up while keeping your mouth the same, where you don't want to go up like that because you go off mic as well, or down like that. So just make sure you're scrolling, keeping your mouth in alignment with the microphone at all times. Hope that's useful to you. Right, have a good day in the booth. I've got to get on with some scripts now. All the best.